Oh my god. Mac, where are your hands? His senses are excited and his hands have fallen off. Now, doesn't this look kind of familiar? Mac's like, why did you bring me here? Losing romance with his mother? Oh no. I feel bad about this. Oh my god, someone else is dead.
Hello from the void, it's Rose. Welcome back to my channel and my not so berry challenge. It's daylight, I'm feeling organised. The game might be broken, but I am not. And today we're going to be rejoining Mac, whose life is going pretty well. In the last episode, we got ourselves a girlfriend, we got ourselves a promotion, things were just falling into place. And I'm like, am I going to have to become a channel that just does nice family gameplay? Probably not. Something's probably going to go wrong today, but hopefully it's minor and hopefully it's something we can account for. And let's stop talking about it and see what happens.
We're back with Mac, and that was unintended and I'm not going to do it again, but we are giving his house a little bit of a zhuzh up. It was frankly starting to depress me a little bit, so we've got some more money and we're just going to pop in a few nicer pieces of furniture, maybe cover up that ugly trailer carpet with a rug, paint some of the walls, maybe tile the kitchen instead of having it be what I assume is wood linoleum, which honestly is one of the worst things ever to be invented. And yeah, just generally try and finish his Harvest Fest day on a high. We got ourselves a girlfriend, our grandma. What? Oh god, someone's dead. Oriole is dead. I literally couldn't even get the finish the day on a positive note out of my mouth before somebody died. I did have an inkling that Oriole was in his final days because I got that notification, so I'm really glad that we spent some time with him today, because him and Mac have never been super tight, but it's his dad and he's dead, and there's got to be some sort of comfort in knowing you spent some of his last day on Earth with him. Anyway, maybe our dead grandma can cheer us up. You know, death doesn't have to be the end. Sometimes your dead relatives come back, haunt you, and then you can be friends with them and they'll give you a cuddle when your dad dies. See? Oh, no. She's disappeared, dematerialised on us. Oh, no, that's not what happened. She was pranking us. Is he gonna like that? Apparently, yes. Apparently ghost scares are completely fine as a grieving strategy, and they are going on a jog, both of them, Flora included. Is it a race? Is she like, come on, I'll race you, that'll make you feel better? Because it doesn't look like it's making him feel better. He still looks miserable. Poor buddy. Oh, yeah, the jog did not work, and now Flora's naked doing push-ups in his front garden, which, you know, that's really not going to cheer you up. Your naked grandma's not the most cheering thing, so I think we're gonna look away from that and put him to bed in the hope that we can potentially have a good day at work despite our loss. I am using a little cheat I have from Little Miss Sim Sam to just get Oriole's urn. I'm not going to put it out in the house. I don't feel like him and Mac were that close to have him in the house in the same way Flora is, but I do want to keep him, and at some point we'll try and set up a family graveyard because I just think that's quite fun, and then future generations can go hang out with dead relatives they've never met. What could be nicer? For once, Mac's tendency towards hysteria is actually working for us. We're doing everything we can to send him to work in a good mood, and at the moment he's feeling playful, which is great news, and his senses, oh my god, Mac, where are your hands? His senses are excited and his hands have fallen off. They're back. Okay. Let's go to work. Could you just go to work and keep your body parts attached and not die of hysteria? Thank you. Thank you. He's feeling energized, leaving in his pajamas, but you know, we'll take what we can get in this moment. Off you go, buddy. Have a good day at the office in space. I mean, I guess the office isn't in space. Anyway, we have done everything we need to do to be promoted, but it's our first day back at work at this level, so I don't think it's going to happen. Although we have got an opportunity, we are going to hand make a present. That's always nice. Although copier paper, rubber bands and paper clips sounds dodgy to me. Caleb, I heard you and Edie started dating. Oh, that's nice. Our other colleague is supportive because I was worried he would feel like a third wheel, being the only person in our Space Jam fam that isn't dating Mac. I mean, to be fair, there's only Edie other than him, so Anyway, we're feeling pretty sad. We're back from work. We didn't get promoted, so I've had him text Edie whilst he cries in the rain, and she has responded, as I kind of hoped she would, and invited us to go over for cheering up. Let's go and see where she lives. Now, doesn't this look kind of familiar? Mac's like, why did you bring me here? I didn't want to come here. And Edie's like, yeah, I live here. Because she does. This has been a slightly long laid plan. If you're new to the channel, you might not know this is the creepy, in inverted commas, house that Mac used to come like hang out at as a kid and like run around the surroundings and tell stories about like who might live there. And I knew for kind of as long as Mac's been a character in my game that I wanted to have him have this like significant place in his childhood that ended up being connected to the person he'd end up with. And I had the idea for Edie's character all this way back then. Now I didn't know if it was like definitely going to work out for the two of them, so there was always a possibility I'd need to sort of repurpose it to someone else, especially when Edie and Mac as teenagers just did not get on. But that hasn't happened. They are doing well and it feels kind of appropriate. They had a little argument out front. I feel like maybe Mac is like, well, you've heard me talk about this place. Why didn't you tell me that it was you that lived here? And she was like, there wasn't really a good moment. You always just called it the creepy house. And we can now see that she lives here on her own. She originally, I did move her into the lot with a relative. So clearly her uncle, who she used to live with, has died since the point at which I plopped them down. So she's here on her own, and it might have been quite a hard thing for her to talk about, particularly given the fact that her and Mac's relationship is still relatively new and it could be something she's super private about. Anyway, so Mac, having stropped in and sort of sat and thought about it for a few seconds, gone outside to make it up and said, yeah, you know, I'm sorry I acted so weird. I've had a really shitty day. And honestly, I've just been really in my head and not thinking about the fact that hearing this kind of news can be pretty triggering to other people who've also lost father figures, which it seems like Edie has. And then also having to tell your new boyfriend that the house he refers to as the creepy house is the house where like your surrogate dad raised you, and the sort of mad professor potentially that Mac always heard about in the urban myths would have been that guy. That's got to be an awkward conversation to have, and Edie is feeling very uncomfortable, so I'm going to choose to believe that that is why, and not the actual reason, which I suspect is because she stood out in the rain for ages. Anyway, we're giving depth to character because that is what we are here for. And Mac is going to have a sleep by the looks of it. As long as he's not off to do anything dirty in Edie's bed, that's fine. And potentially also gives her the opportunity to decompress a little bit, process Mac's news, any impact it might be having on her, and also just generally be alone. Remember, both of these Sims are loners and they are spending a lot of time with people, which is kind of mean of me, but hey, what can you do? Edie's made salad by the looks of it for a beautiful thundery evening, but Mac is so desperate to pee and so depressed that he's just going in for something else. Okay, sure buddy, whatever works for you. Cereal it is then. This is definitely a much more somber hang than any of their previous ones. Things have been pretty smooth for them to this point, and I did know it was too good to last, but I guess how, if they get through this, is going to be a good marker of whether or not their relationship has long-term potential. And Max cracked on some tunes in the rain on Edie's record player, so maybe I'll have them do a little dance. That would be cute. Sort of a sad, well, he's energized now, but a hey, dance with me type vibe. It's raining out, it would be nice to just hold you close and spend some time enjoying the music and thinking about the people we've lost. Where are you going? No, don't go outside. Oh, are you seriously going to do my cute dance? I mean, it's very romantic. Just dancing in the rain together. It's very The Notebook, except with imminent risk of death. Like, I will always love, lightning strike. Not what I came here for. Please come inside. Edie, please come inside. It's so hard not having them in the same household. It means I can't control her at all. But I'm so determined to have them go slow. I'm so determined not to give in to every Simmers thing, which is like, let's get married the day we meet. Honest answers in the comments. What's the quickest you've ever got two Sims together? Because I'm pretty sure I've done it before lunch on day one. Anyway, this is the opposite. This is very slow and very cute. They're just doing little dances and comforting each other about the sad day they've had and getting the cute closer because of hard times sentiment, and generally being very good and pure and kind of healthy for my game, to be honest. They're talking about stuff, they're not rushing things. I do want to try and get their friendship up a bit more before anything happens between them, more physical, but for now I think we're just going to enjoy this hurt comfort moment and maybe send Mac home before it gets, oh, it's already 4:30 in the morning. I mean, I guess it's already the morning. And Edie is going to take herself off to bed. Mac is going to read a book, I guess. Oh, she's sleeping on top of the covers. Oh, Mac's going in to join her. This is adorable. You guys, we've had a death, but this is still good and pure. This is still good and pure. We're having it. Anyway, the sun is coming up and I think it would be nice if we cooked Edie some eggs and toast as a thank you for being there for us. We are pretty good at cooking now, so we shouldn't set her house on fire. Although, I forgot, cooking at someone else's house is inappropriate and she's now really mad at us and we're losing relationship because of it. Mac, stop. I just really want to make her some eggs. Is it too much to ask? Do we risk it? This is a bad plan. Are we going to get kicked out? Come on, you know you can do it. Ugh, we couldn't even start again. Can we at least take it off the oven before we burn things down? Oh, and now we've got the hurt sentiment. This is not what I signed up for. So we're gonna go and apologise and try and ignore the eggs incident. Maybe she just all found it a bit too much. Like, it's one thing him coming over, it's one thing them falling asleep in a very platonic, innocent moment, but it's another thing imagining what it might be like if he lived here. That's too much, too fast, too soon. Like, I just need my space. And with that in mind, I think I am going to send Mac home to where he lives. We could definitely spend some time working on our rocket, or we could try and get some of our skills up, because we do still need to max handiness so we can get into that hidden lot. So many options, but I think today we are going to focus on being a loner and doing our rocket and trying to get the current upgrade finished, because our next aspiration goal requires that we easy schooling. Sure, we miss you, but we're busy. Carmine, can you join? I dig you. No. Okay, so I dig you. When I was in Salvadorado with Mac and Edie, I tried to make a group with archaeology as activity as a way of making Edie be able to join in on the digs, but you can't start a group in the ruins, so that is what that is, and I need to delete it at some point. And Mac, you really need to stop keeping garbage in your oven. It's weird. Anyway, I am a little bit worried that Carmine is gonna die. I don't know how old she is. I'm pretty sure she just aged up, because I would have noticed otherwise, right? But even so, we are just gonna, as it's a weekend and we don't have work, we never have work, but pop over and see the fam and just be like, hey mom, how are you doing with the whole dad dying thing? I mean, Carmine is probably completely unbothered, let's be real. She was not particularly upset when several of her other lovers died, so yeah, hopefully she's doing okay. Yeah, she mostly seems angry that her team is losing at sports ball, so yeah, she seems good. Marigold's still wearing her wedding rig out, which is interesting. But we can take this as an opportunity to tell them that we are officially dating Edie. Although they were there when we asked her out, but maybe we whispered. We were like, hey, you want to be my girlfriend? Yeah, sure. And so now we are apparently going somewhere. Where are you guys going? Hello? Come back. Oh, we're going to go round the side of the house where Crimson is also just chilling out to say hello to her mother and to tell her, hey, by the way, you know Edie from Thanksgiving, so we're officially dating. Isn't that exciting? And Carmine's like, yep, kind of figured that out. I can spot a relationship a mile away, and that's probably because she dates anyone that's within a mile of her. No, that's not fair. She's a committed lady now. Anyway, we're just gonna spend some time quickly chatting with our family, getting some quality time in case anybody dies, and growing our mischief skill, because I feel like having a mischief person as Gen 1 means that forever there's gonna be pranks in the family, which as long as they don't break the toilets is fine. Anyway, Mac is having a little boogie with his new stepmom, I guess, and maybe we'll send him in to play some chess with Carmine, because he could use some logic skills. And I think we'll also take our little half-brother indoors, because he's always in the garden, and I'm starting to get worried he's stuck. Edie's calling. She wants to see if she should get to know Raphael Le Chien a little better as a friend. I think she's going to have to make that call. Mac doesn't particularly strike me as a jealous sort, but there's a difference between not being jealous and telling your quite new girlfriend, yeah, sure, get super close to some other guy while we're still feeling things out. Yeah. So we'll leave that up to you, Edie. Whatever you think is best, we trust you. This chess game has taken a downhill turn. They are losing relationship whilst they play, which I'm not really sure why. It should be positive. Maybe something is glitched. Oh, and Mac is ill and losing romance with his mother. Oh no. I feel bad about this. You are definitely right. She is still your mother. There's nothing broken. I think this is just when the group conversations glitch and there's romance, because Yeah, Carmine and Marigold were flirting, and then Carmine and Mac got hearts, and I'm just leaving. I want no part of this. We're going to pretend that did not happen, and we are going to run, not walk, run back to the relative safety that is Oasis Springs and a vampire on our doorstep. Mac also might be sick. He's blowing steam out of his ears, which is not normal behaviour, but I'll get him some medicine in the morning and hopefully that'll sort things out. Oh my god, someone else is dead. Is it Carmine? I really thought it's a loss in the family. Okay, it's not Carmine. Who is it? Oh my... Cerise? A cousin? Like, Carmine's little sister? Cerise is dead? What happened? For the first time ever, I'm looking at neighbourhood stories. Apparently, a lot of people have died. Like, a lot of people. I maybe need to turn that setting off. Like, someone's joined the... Oh, Carmine's retired. I mean, that's fair enough, I guess. You're old now, but... What happened to Cerise? Aurelia's dead? She got eaten by a rabbit. Toby is dead. He got electrocuted. What happened? Is she definitely dead? Where is she? Oh my god, she is. She's dead. There's the whole second generation, including our half-sister we always forget about. And Cerise, she wed and she died. She died of embarrassment too, leaving an alien child. That is... really unfortunate. At least the kid does seem to have a living father, so we don't need to worry. But yeah, that's Floor's family tree, complete with the first of Generation 2 to die, Cerise, and all Crimson and Daisy's kids. They got Peony, Isabella, Jedediah. They've caught Carmine up, although Carmine was only meant to have one child, so I guess comparatively it feels like she's had more. God, Mac's woken up feeling inspired, but honestly, I'm exhausted. At this rate, by the end of the episode, the entire family's going to be dead, and that is not what we aim for. We probably need to see Edie today, given that we got ourselves the hurt sentiment yesterday from the egg incident, so... Although it does seem to have vanished. Anyway, either way, it might be nice. Why don't we go out for breakfast? We'll risk using dine out, and maybe we'll invite the whole fam out, actually. Maybe we could go for like a little funeral breakfast. Also known as a funeral breakfast for Cerise. Mac, why are you naked? Let's quickly reset the chef to make sure he actually goes in to do his job. That's my main dine out hack, actually. Always reset the chef. And then we're going to jump into Cass and try and give Mac his clothes back. I'm guessing I deleted some CC he was wearing. So yeah, he is now semi-decent. And let's go see if we can get a table for 6, I guess. Everyone is pretty bummed out. Even Edie, which is confusing because I don't think she ever met Cerise, but maybe she's just doing the shared sadness thing. And we're gloomily trooping through this breakfast-themed restaurant. I like that whoever's done it has actually painted some pictures in-game of food and put them on the walls. That's very cute. Almost makes up for the other side of Effective Dine Out, which is having to see townies and whatever they've put on. And several of them actually appear to be shirtless, so maybe Mac was ahead of the curve. Anyway, I think this is a Simsy build, so good job, Simsy. I'm not going to make you sit through me ordering because it takes forever, because invariably I never do this simple thing, which is just get everyone the same thing. I always like, what would everyone like? Because apparently I cannot help myself and it takes me about 10 minutes. But now that is done, we can send Mac off to discuss his sad mood with some family members. I am just trying to reduce the mood a little bit, to be honest, because as much as obviously take as long as you need to grieve over things, from the game perspective, I've got stuff I need Mac to do, and if he's miserable for the next 4 days because of stacked deaths, that is going to be a lot harder. So we are going to do everything we can to therapize him ahead of schedule, because I am selfish and I want my life to be easy. But actually he's feeling inspired versus sad, which is good news, I guess. Possibly he's inspired by breakfast food. I personally feel that way. Or maybe just the fact that Edie is spending time with his family and everyone is actually getting on okay. Could be like that classic when someone's just died, everyone's kind of nice to each other thing, but she's introducing herself. We've just got little green men of happiness all the way. No rage, no weirdness. I'm jinxing myself, touch some wood. But yeah, it seems to be quite a civilized little wake we're having. Hopefully the food will actually turn up. I don't have great luck with that, but I am hopeful that Mac's money that we probably shouldn't have spent on breakfast will pay off. And oh my god, this is possibly the smoothest dine out experience I've ever had. Look, Mithra even came back to the table to eat her spinach frittata. Hello, townies, you are very close. Wait, what? Oh no. Seriously. So the host is dead, just as our food arrived. Now, again, I am not judging him for dying at the wrong time, but no one's going to eat their food if there's someone dying, because we've just got the Grim Reaper walking in the background, and everyone's like, oh, sorry, I'm actually not going to eat my pancakes while they're delightful and fluffy. I'm going to head over en masse into the tiny foyer space, and oh look, Daisy's here. Oh, and Daisy's pregnant. Daisy's pregnant and witnessing death. The totality of human experience is on this screen, and please just go and eat your pancakes. Please. Yeah. This has just been the episode of 1,000 deaths. Like, I don't even know what to say anymore. I might just not say anything. I might just decide that this is the end of the episode. Let's just end it there. Nothing good is going to happen from continuing. So we're just going to leave everyone crying over this random host that most of them never even spoke to, whilst the waitress drinks someone's coffee outside, and that will be the end of this episode.
If you look really closely at what I actually have to do, which is pursue Mac's goals, that was a good episode. We didn't get promoted, but we went to work, we did our rocket, we grew our relationship, you know, all that good stuff. Just a lot of people died around the edges, but there's not actually anything I can do about that, except I have actually turned off the EA story progression that allows random neighborhood deaths, because I have master control over population control, and we don't want the towns to empty out, and that was just too many deaths in neighborhood stories, just too many. Anyway, hopefully less people will die in the next episode, and hopefully we'll get back on the sort of like pure and good train, but with a little bit of drama like we like. If you've enjoyed my video, as ever, if you want to go down and give me a little thumbs up, tell me what you enjoyed, tell me who you're glad didn't die, just tell me anything really. Say hi, it'd be lovely to hear from you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.